Hello YouTube. We're going to be talking about lubricating cast bullets tonight. As you can see, there's a distinct difference here, and if you've thought about casting, or if you've just been loading regular jacketed bullets, you will probably have never really thought about lubrication of bullets. But what we see here is our regular, it's your standard jacketed 125 grain 30 caliber bullet, little boat tail. And what we're looking here is a much heavier cast bullet. This bullet here is designed mostly for work in my 300 Blackout, and I use it for subsonic rounds. And it's a great bullet. 247 grains, cast out of wheel weights. And we're going to talk about how to lubricate those bullets today, because these bullets will work great for you, and they will feed well, and they will work well, and they'll be accurate, but they have to be lubricated. So let me set up my camera and we'll get started. Now, as you can see right here, what we have is a big pot, and what's inside of that is a homemade bullet lubrication recipe. And basically it's candles, a little bit of generic lanolin, and crayon for color. I put a yellow crayon in there for color. Now we're going to do 2, maybe 3 of these today. And what I've done here is I've cut down a 300 Blackout, a fired 300 Blackout, and I cut that down. You can see straight through that. And the reason that I did that is so that I have a way of getting that extra lubricant right on off that bullet. Now, one of the big things is your bullet's going to be cold when you start this. So what you're going to do is you're going to just let that bullet kind of sit in there. You can see there's some extra on there. And you're going to let that bullet sit in there until it's pretty warm. You can see here we're pretty warm. We go ahead and wipe that off right there, just like so. And if we can, we'll put it straight through, just like this. And we drive that bullet all the way out, wipe our excess lube right on off, and that bullet should just, if it doesn't want to slide all the way out that way, just go ahead and press it just a little bit, and it'll come right on through. Now what you're going to look at here, if you can see that, if it'll show it to you, is those bullet grooves right there have lube in them now. Those lube grooves. Right there. And now we're set to go. That bullet's ready to go. We don't have any extra on the back. And we'll talk in another video if you got a little extra on the bullet. It's no big deal. We'll talk about getting that off when we actually load these rounds. So let's do one more. Right here. Take it. Put it in there. We'll submerge that a little bit. Let it kind of get warm. Once it gets warm, it'll just get warm in just a second. It's a little cold out here tonight, so that's why it's taking a little longer. Now, we don't have too much on there, so that's about right. And we'll wipe that right off. On the base, we'll drop that guy right in there to that 300 Blackout brass. Formed right up for it, and it doesn't want to come all the way through once again. But we give it just a little bit of coaxing, and we have another perfectly lubricated bullet. So, as you can see, we've got those lubed bullets. They're nice and set, and there's the one that is not lubricated. So now you're ready to load. So that is an example of lubricating your own bullets very inexpensively, with no extra equipment at home. And you'll have to do this for any cast bullet. It doesn't matter whether it's for a 450 Marlin or whether it's for a 45 or a 40. It doesn't really matter. You're going to have to get lube into those grooves somehow, and I find this to be a very easy and effective way of doing it. Thank you very much, YouTube.